just me.
No, y'all were the
'Cause
only
I was
motherfuckers
like,
dumbfounded. Like,
I was looking at JoJo's phone like, where is the video? And I thought it was coming from the TV. And I'm like, is my whole
I
was
just
like,
dead now?
oh my God, man, I'm such
horrible.
a stoner.
She's horrible. She's horrible. Smoking weed is not so great when you're having to do podcast shit today. Just don't know what she doing real tight, but it's all right because we live tonight. Just were with us because we got a little tweak in us. Tweak in us. Weed is awesome, but it has side effects.
It do. Sometimes it
Sometimes you love it, sometimes you're gonna regret. It just depends on the shit that you gotta do next.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, 100%.
Oh, fudge sickles, that's good shit
That was
right
so
there.
funny. I was like, why are
We
y'all
on
I've
tonight?
I've never done She Wants the D High.
Really?
No.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
But I used to do JoJo's Replay High all the time.
Well, I do it high.
We used to smoke on the show.
Yes, we would. We would pass that pipe. All right.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
JoJo's Replay was fun.
I said
We should
it
bring
was
that one back.
awesome. Yeah, man. Don't talk me to death. You bet not tempt me with a good time. You bet not tempt me with a good time. Hey, hey.
Welcome to episode 5 on yet another Victory Friday. We sit today in awe of this team that sits at 3-1, who we thought by all accounts would be sitting at 0-4 at the moment. Cooper Rush continues to prove that he is a solid backup QB. The receivers are finally catching balls, and even mole hairs has been highly accurate this season. Can I
We
just
cannot
say?
Surprisingly.
complain. We
So,
I
cannot
still
complain.
grit my teeth.
So the question is now, what is in this Cowboys sauce that is gelling so well right now, and how do we carry this momentum into the next game and on into the season with Dak? We're going to get into it right now.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy!
This is She Wants the D, an all-new, all-female Dallas Cowboys podcast.
I am a monkey face. Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
And now your hosts, Jessica, JoJo, and Tracy.
I want me some glory hole.
Yeah, because I actually prepared for this show on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, because, I was fresh off the game, and I thought, what better time to collect my notes
Yes. Got my cheat notes.
than
Yes.
right after the game.
Let me get in position.
And then I haven't looked at my notes all week, so
right.
I don't even know what's on this thing.
I
but-
will also not look at them.
And yeah, right. But apparently, I did download some things to show you guys today. It was division rival football at its best. It was Commandies at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah.
And I have just a couple of quick hits to
Hit
get
it.
to before we
Quick
start talking
hits?
about the game. Yeah, just some little
As in, like,
just some little things that I observed. Now
Oh,
this
shish.
is what I like to call second-rate Troy Aikman and Joe Buck.
Oh, yeah.
Do they not look like if somebody drew Troy Aikman and Joe Buck from memory? Yeah, don't they?
But they were a little high, kind of like how you guys
yeah.
are right now.
Yeah, right? I mean,
Be like, that feels right. That feels right.
don't they look like this is
Yo,
Joe and Troy, is it not?
I mean, I'm not going to say I was not impressed with the new Fox lineup that they have as far as the broadcasting
for
for the
sure.
Cowboys game. Let's just be happy that when we play on CBS, at least we will have Tony Romo. I mean, he is
True.
continuing to do his thing and ripening those skills.
The
who are these guys?
Well, Greg Olsen, he was the tight end for the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
Pro Bowler. He was a pretty good tight end for them for a while. Had a few good seasons with them. and kind of teetered off after that. Now this Kevin Burkhardt or Burkhardt,
second-rate Troy Aikman.
Burkhardt.
I'm gonna call him Burkhardt from the rest of the season. That is gonna make him slightly more interesting to me, so I like that. Burkhardt.
Okay.
Greg Olson makes Burke hard. Yeah, that works. That plays.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with them. And I'm also, can we just talk really quick about the freaking Manning thing that they're doing on Monday Night Football? That is terrible.
Wait, what do you mean the Manning thing?
It's Eli and Peyton, and they have it's like a podcast.
Oh,
over
yeah.
the game.
Yeah,
that's
on top of the
very annoying.
It
That's very
was
annoying.
awful.
It's
Yeah.
awful.
Are they going to be doing that every week?
I think so.
Oh, gosh.
It's absolutely
I hate it.
Leave it to
atrocious.
the
I
Mannings then.
hate it.
Where the hell? Me and
Do
Tracy
whatever
are
the hell they
watching
want.
it, and we're like, where the hell is Troy and Joe? Like, what is this crap? It's a
Yeah.
podcast over the game. There, you can't even hear the game. There's
That's
no
weird.
commentary.
That-
It's insane.
Yeah, it was
Maybe
terrible.
It's just a one-night thing.
I don't think
One night
so,
only.
because I think they've been on a few times. Like
Oh, yeah,
I've
that's
heard
pretty
people
gay.
talking about it on the radio and
Pause,
such.
no homo.
And it's just terrible.
Turbo.
Don't agree. Terrible. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the Commandies uniforms. Those are terrible.
College.
They remind me of prison.
They look like high school.
Yeah, right. And
Mhm.
also, when did their colors become yellow and black?
Well,
Like
no,
the
these are
Steelers.
the alternative uniforms. If you saw Cincinnati last week, they had the white and black.
Oh, and that
they
was
look
terrible
like zebras.
too.
Yeah,
that was
so they went
atrocious.
from
I didn't
Bengals
like
to
it.
zebras.
No,
So yeah,
it
I
was
think
atrocious.
every team is going to have one of those alternate uniforms. So I'm pretty sure at some point the Cowboys are going to have a game that they display some type of weird new color. It would be hard to believe that the Joneses would allow any color scheme outside of silver, blue, or white for
Yeah,
the Cowboys.
right.
So we shall see.
Terrible form. Hate it. Yeah, and speaking of the Commandies,
Oh my gosh, guys, I look really good on camera.
you know, I was thinking the total opposite. I look like shit today. I just rolled out of bed. I took a nap and I was like, you know what? Fuck some makeup.
I
I'm not-
mean,
and
who cares
contacts.
anyway?
Man,
I mean,
we
I
woke
only
up
did it
like
'cause
this. We don't
I only
need
did it because I
makeup.
had time.
Pretty women don't need makeup.
True.
Sorry.
True.
not
I like to
sorry.
have some on camera though.
Oh, you
'cause
like
it looks
to-
better.
You like to spruce it up?
Well, it just looks better.
Well, I get it. You know, I
what
gotta
mean?
have my Carmex. You know, gotta keep these lips popping. You know what I mean? Stay glossy.
So in addition to their terrible uniforms, they're also really bad at football, it turns out.
Wow, that was hard to
man.
watch.
We
man.
should have
was.
done. We
Well, it wasn't
should
hard to
have
watch.
done
It was awesome to watch. But damn,
We
that's
should
a-
have done a
hard to
compilation
watch.
video of Wentz getting
Oh,
hit
yeah.
and
Oh my
sacked
gosh.
over and over and over. Just bam, bam.
That poor
bam,
man was
bam.
running
And you
for
know-
his life.
You know that in the hotel room the night before, he was like just like dreading his
That nigga
entire
had
existence.
Parson
Going over
nightmares.
He
every
knew-
strategy.
100%. He's like number 11, number 11.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. Number
Yeah.
11.
Number
just
11.
Definitely,
My
definitely.
God, what am I gonna do? And I mean, in addition to Micah Parsons, you know, we've got other players stepping up, making. We got Flava Flav,
Wilson.
Donovan Wilson.
Ow.
Is that his name? Donovan,
Yeah.
number
yeah.
6. Yeah, our safety.
Yeah,
D-
man,
doesn't
he was
have-
batting balls down like a goddamn volleyball
Yeah.
star last Sunday. Yeah, that
Flava
was good.
Flav. That fool looked just like Flavor Flav. I don't care what anybody says. Next time they show Donovan Wilson
Oh my
on
gosh.
camera, look directly into his eyes. That fool looks just like Flavor Flav. You can hear the Flavor Flav.
Ain't no shame.
when he
Ain't no
looks-
shame. You better
looks
flavor
like
flav your
it.
ass. Keep batting them balls down, boy.
Oh, Bowie. Well, it was a commanding win over the Commandies.
Oh my God! I am banning the both of you from getting stoned before the show. I am banning
I'm
you.
not.
She's just laughing at me.
This
I
one got
think.
the giggles over here. She doesn't know what's
I
happening.
always have the giggles. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah!
The defense continues to prove and show that they are well within their rights of being called a top 5 defense in the NFL. Cooper Rush continues to perform very well. am not on the hype of Cooper Rush needs to be the starting QB because he's very clearly a backup QB, and
Hold
that's
up,
okay.
Is that hype? Is that a thing happening right now?
I mean, yeah. Like,
oh, it's starting to circulate.
you always have the dum-dums that are like, oh, well, Cooper Rush won 3 games, and he's doing real good.
Is it
He won.
enough
Here we
though?
go.
It's definitely not
winning.
enough.
We're winning by like 1 touchdown.
Here's the thing, okay?
A couple of field goals.
Here's the thing.
Like that's not enough. Last year
we don't
we
have
had
enough.
a game where we scored like 7 points or
Yeah.
something like that, and you were like, you text me from wherever you were down south.
Mexico.
Yeah. Mexico, and you were like, are we going to get a 60 burger?
Yeah, we almost
Because we were like, oh my God. There were a couple of games like that, but
We almost
this
did.
is a very defensive team this year, I guess. So
Well,
we might have a low score all the time. Who knows?
something that, here's my other thing I had to show you guys, the
Oh.
uniforms. I was like,
Da,
what
da,
is
da,
this
da.
link?
Oh, yeah. The new uniform. Oh, there goes a nice little good black and gold picture
Yeah.
of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess they're black, gold, and maroon.
I mean, I guess.
No, it wasn't
It's
any
still
maroon.
the
They were
Whatever.
just black
It was
and
just
gold.
black and
They-
gold.
yeah, right
here.
there.
They look,
This
at,
is-
they
They
look
took
like
the
wings.
maroon right out of it
They
last
look like
weekend.
the Steelers
Yeah,
out
they
there.
did.
Yeah, they did.
You know what they did? They were like, maybe if we wear Steelers colors, we won't play so horribly.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know what's worse.
Oh, definitely the Commandies.
Oh,
They're definitely
shit.
worse,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
No, I
There's-
mean wanting to be like the Steelers or being the Commandies.
Yeah.
I would say being the Commandies is worse. Yeah, most def. Where did I have this? I know that I got a clip of Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was asked, if there's a quarterback controversy and, just basically saying he's been doing a great job, which he has. I'm not taking anything away from Cooper Rush. But let's just all realize, okay? Let's all come back down to earth off of our winning high, and let's all just realize one thing. This team is winning because of the defense. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
We are not out there putting lights out number on the board. All our games have been very defensive, and it's very obvious that this team would be jack diddly squat if our defense was not what they are.
I
And
concur.
It's really going to help
even
us.
Cooper Rush himself would agree when asked.
He knows.
He be knowing.
He knows.
And
dude.
and this
He
is one thing.
knows.
Honestly, this is one thing that I really like about Cooper Rush, and I'll get into some things that I do like about Cooper Rush, and this is one of them. He's very level-headed. He knows what he is. He knows what he can bring to the table, and he knows what's going on that field.
Cooper, Newey Scruggs, NBC Dallas. Can you give me a sense as a quarterback what it is like having a defense that keeps you in the football game, that you don't have to immediately go and score, but that you can take some time and not rush them?
Yeah, they're the reason we're winning. I mean, it's just plain and simple. Those guys, 10 points in the NFL is pretty impressive. And we gave them, they had really good field position all day. And our defense just kept them out of the end zone, kept getting off the field. As an offense, knowing that they have your back like that, it's huge. It's one of their messages is we have everyone's back, and they walk the walk. It's really going to help us.
So,
Okay, so he's humble.
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's not like he's putting up like lights out numbers.
He's
If
not.
you look at look at his stats over his last couple starts since Dak went down.
He's
putting
getting
up,
us through
he's
it.
doing it just
Yeah.
enough to where you're not losing the game,
Yeah.
and you're doing just enough to help us maintain. Like he said, what this defense is doing. They haven't allowed 17 points, or they haven't allowed more than 17 points since Dak went down. And man, it was like a slaughter watching him
Yeah.
against the Commandies. It
It
was
was
crazy.
sad.
Like I felt kind of sad for the guys, man. Like,
Yeah.
After a
was-
while, I was
Woo.
like, dude.
and it's not like they were just getting like this insane. Like it was just the pressure, the constant pressure on Carson Wentz because I think they only had like 2 sacks as a team.
Yeah, it wasn't
on
crazy.
Sunday, so
yeah.
it's not like they sacked him like 1,000 times.
But he was
but
pressured like
just
27
the
times.
constant uncomfortability that you saw on his face when he was in that box because he had almost 0 time to throw the ball. I mean, it was amazing to watch. The defense has definitely been the star of this run since Dak went down for sure.
And I would like to just point out one observation, just league-wide. Doesn't it seem like there's really no offense that's particularly outstanding?
Oh, my God.
With the
Shut up. You are so correct right now.
With the exception of, like, the Bills.
Yeah.
The
They're pretty
Chiefs you
consistently
could
been
throw
good
in
so
there.
far.
Like, with the exception of a few teams, and I mean like a handful. Like I could count on one hand.
We were
of
just
teams.
talking about the Packers and Aaron Rodgers and how like oblique that offense looks. And think about the Rams. They are not putting up points at all
Stafford had
in
a
the way.
horrible game the other night.
God,
dude.
it was bad.
Awful.
It was really bad. Yeah, it was bad.
There's really no offense. I mean, there are offenses. I'll take that back, but it's not anything like it's been in past years. I mean, this is really a conundrum. Watching these games, they're all really low scoring.
Think about that Thursday night game. It was so god awful.
Oh, no, God,
like the fans
There was
were
a bunch
leaving
of
a tie game in the fourth quarter that
There was a
about
bunch
to go
of
to
crazy
overtime.
stuff going on in that game.
I feel so bad for Russell Wilson. He literally looks like a shell of himself since he's been traded to Denver. Like, I feel for the guy. I've never seen a Seattle crowd walk out on the Seattle game at that stadium. I mean, that was jaw-dropping to me. I was like, these fools are leaving, and they're about to go to overtime.
That was
so you're talking about Broncos and Colts?
Yeah, man, that Broncos offense is horrible.
Really?
They looked bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
It was, what, a 12-9 game, and then they freaking throw the ball on 4th and 1 when they're trying to win it in overtime. Like, that was the most idiotic thing I've ever seen in my damn life.
Yeah,
like,
that's some old school Jason
I don't
Garrett
know
shit
anything
right there.
about
not learning the Super Bowl, Russell Wilson.
Right there.
I don't know anything about the Broncos this year, but in the very beginning of the season, I've heard them highly talked about.
Well,
Yeah,
they
I mean,
Did they
when you
have a
get
good?
Russell Wilson, that's
Did they
what
come
happens.
out? Did they come out
Well, let me look real quick. I can pull it up
blazing
right
and then
now.
have a bad game, or what's
No,
happening with their
I think
season?
it's simply that they had Russell Wilson.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
that's what
it.
the hype
you know
was.
How hype is.
Yeah.
And you know they had the high draft pick that they used on the wide receiver Jerry Jeudy last year, so they were thinking with combining Russell Wilson with him and the pieces that they had there. You got Melvin Gordon coming back to shore up the run game. Yeah, they thought the Denver Broncos were going to be like top contenders in the AFC, and so far they have looked basic.
Wow. Okay.
So, with all of the things that we did right against the Commandies, let's not act like a lot of the way this game went isn't because the Commandies are terrible.
Okay.
Because there were, I mean, like we've all just talked about, the offense is not anything to write home about. We did better, but we were facing some pretty trash corners.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I just want to commend Cooper Rush for in this moment, because one thing that he did that I really loved in this game is he read this defense so well, and he knew that I can't remember who the guy was covering. It was either CD or it may have been Noah Brown. But Cooper Rush realized that this guy was all over us. I mean, just hands happy, and so he just kept going deep and getting the penalty.
Yeah.
Go deep.
Yeah.
Get the penalty, because he knew that they were going to catch the flag every time. So he's like, okay, if you're going to give us a free play, I'm going to take it. And he took it every time, and they bit every time. And that was a beautiful thing. So I do have to commend Cooper Rush on his ability to read that defense and really make it work. That was nice. I mean, he's a good, solid QB. There's no question.
He definitely has shown that he's a solid backup quarterback.
100%.
For sure. It'll be interesting to see with a guy like Aaron Donald coming off the side of that defensive pass rush next week against the Rams. I think this is going to be his biggest challenge defensively, as far as seeing the pressure that he's going to see with this Rams front four. So we'll see just how much more Cooper Rush has developed as a quarterback, I feel, in this upcoming matchup against the Rams for sure. But he's done well. He has not looked horrible. That is acceptable.
He has not looked horrible.
Yes.
He
Praise be.
He did have 2 turnovers this past game, but they were both overturned because the Commanders are terrible.
They
so
suck!
They're so bad. Well, we are moving on to the Los Angeles Rams.
What's up, Joe? He's in the building, ladies.
Hey.
Wow.
We are facing the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting a little chilly, guys.
I know, it is kind of cold. I'm like,
Look, I'm over here like
my foot's asleep because
I'm over here like rubbing my thighs, trying to like warm up. Sorry, I'm not caressing myself. I'm not caressing myself. I'm just trying to stay warm, audience. Don't be aroused.
My foot is asleep because of Witten.
Okay, let's all try to keep it
You
together
hit
for like
your
another 30
teeth on the
minutes.
Together.
Let's keep it together.
Shit.
So I'm going to say this right off the top. When it comes to the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams.
Hit us.
And I say this not as a delusional fan, but as an objective sports podcaster.
I love it.
I am not afraid of the Los Angeles Rams.
No.
Oh, I don't
We
think
shouldn't
anyone
be.
is.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
I know we've only seen 4 games, but in those 4 games, it's enough to tell that the O-line is not super great.
Mm-hmm.
The only person that Stafford has any confidence throwing to is Cooper Kupp.
True.
And
God, did you see the way he was forcing that dude the ball in the fourth
every
quarter that
time,
last
man.
game? I was
Every
like,
time.
damn, do you not recognize you have literally 3
Yeah.
other receivers and a tight end on the field? Like, what
Who
the
would be
hell?
open because
Yeah.
everybody's on Kupp because
Yeah.
they know they're
And,
going
I
to
mean,
pass it to him.
Jesus, it's like, it was,
He's like
it was
triple
crazy.
covered. Yeah, it's nuts.
24
Gosh, it
9
kind of
against
reminds
the
me
Rams.
of Cooper Lamb. Cooper
Yeah.
Lamb.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it just it's astonishing to think that they won a Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. It just goes back to the fact of the Bengals offense isn't good either.
Yeah.
Their O-line is trash,
Yeah.
and they're struggling on offense. And
Yeah.
you know, it's just
Super Bowl
insane
hangover.
that these teams, even the Cowboys. I mean, look
Yeah.
at how many points we put up last year.
Yeah.
Now we're lucky to get 13 in a
Yeah,
game.
man, it's weird.
It's
a
really
weird start to
weird.
this season,
It
which is why
is.
I don't bet until after the first month of the season.
100%.
But
Yeah,
I damn
it's
sure
so
will be setting those
strange.
parlays Sunday.
So strange.
We're about to gamble on some football. About to hit that parlay.
So, what I want to ask my co-hosts and the audience, who has you scared on the Rams offense? Do you look at anyone on that offense and go, we need to look out for this person? Anything that we think the defense can't just destroy?
Well, one thing I will say, Super Bowl hangover or not, the Rams have, out of the 4 games, they have put up 20 or more points in two of those 4 games.
Not against
so
good defenses.
Not against good defenses. I
And
mean,
what
that
do we have?
49ers defense literally
Dude,
made them look like
they
Swiss
are
cheese holes all up
scary.
in that offense.
Dude, is that San Fran D
Yeah,
not
man.
the scariest thing you've
Shush.
ever seen?
Yeah, they're
I was like, woo.
they have a lethal defense.
They
yeah.
are
yeah.
scary, man.
They
Fast.
were all over that offense.
Fast,
They were all over
very
that
fast.
Fast and big, man.
Yeah.
Just, whoo. Yeah, I don't want any part of San Francisco. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Nuh-uh.
No, thank.
But I mean, like you say, outside of Cooper Kupp, you know that's gonna be the key matchup that everybody's gonna be looking forward to is Trayvon Diggs
Yep.
against Cooper Kupp.
Trayvon.
And then so outside of that matchup, I don't see any receivers that would make me be like,
Yeah.
we should really be worried about them. I mean, if you look at their roster and what they're working with, it's not like they've added anything like dynamic to their offense in the offseason. So they're pretty much the same offense that they had last year. And so far, it's not looking consistent, okay?
No.
So against a good defense like ours, I'm thinking we may be able to hold them. to a reasonable score on offense like we've been doing. So I'm excited for the matchup.
Yeah, I think this is probably the most evenly matched team we've played this season in terms of what we both have on offense and what we both have on defense. Let's not forget the scary man, Aaron Donald.
Yes.
Darnold. I can never say his name correctly.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to interrupt, Jess. They did get that kid from the Jags.
Jalen Ramsey.
No, the wide receiver, Allen Robinson. I believe he played for the Jags before, and he was a big
but he don't throw
target
to
for
him.
them. But exactly, he hasn't thrown to him. Like, it's like there's no chemistry whatsoever so far between them, and that was like the biggest addition that they made offensively during the offseason. So yeah, it just hasn't panned out to look like that dynamic offense it looked like last year.
So this game is in LA, right?
It's in LA.
Yes, it is in La La Land.
Well, that's fine.
Which is pretty much a home game for the
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
halfway.
Let's not forget that the Rams are new to LA, and previous to that, there were a lot of Cowboy fans there because they didn't have a team, so they chose a
I'm
Marcus
kind of with
team.
JoJo on this. I don't really see a threat either.
No, I don't either, because I feel like, again, it's very evenly matched. Now, that defense...
I think the Rams should be afraid of the defense.
And they are.
Yes.
They are. They definitely are.
Stafford should be shaking in
They
his
definitely
boots.
are. But, I mean, we've got some adjustments to make as well. The run defense for the Rams is very strong.
Yes, it is.
So I don't think we're going to be able to run the ball like we've been able to run it these past couple of games. That's going to be tough. So they're definitely going to make us throw it more. And I mean,
for sure.
Let's not forget the scary men. They've got big men. I
Yeah.
mean, they got some scary ones.
They got some big boys on defense.
They got Jalen Ramsey out there.
Big boys on defense.
You know, making plays, and you know he's scary as well. So the defense is no joke. But as far as the offense on their side, you know, I think that I just lost my thought.
Jalen Smith.
Oh my gosh, pothead.
Anywho's, yeah, I mean, basically, it's just what I already said. It's going to be a very defensive game.
Very defensive game.
Well, let's get to predictions. It's a good one.
It gets me every time. I get my headphones
We look
on
so
that time.
funny.
It gets Tracy
We're
every time.
in fast forward, but not.
We're in the money. We're in the money.
We're in the money.
God, we're high.
And Tone says, predictions, the part of the show where we give you our predictions, you give us yours, and if you were within 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 points of the actual score, you get one of our fabulous She Wants the D
We never heard a
koozies.
response for the last winner, have we?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't message her either. I've been very lazy about it. But I will message you, Kada Peart.
She said, to be honest, I've been very lazy about
or
it.
Pierre. I'm unsure how to say your last
Peart.
name.
We're keeping track.
We've got you, and we have 2 lovely koozies coming your way, and I will slide into your DMs to get your info to send you those. I have just been extremely busy at work and also lazy. But you did win the prediction last week.
Oh, gosh, sorry.
At 24-9 was your prediction. You were off by 3.
Yeah.
But that's good enough for us. So congratulations
for
to
us,
you,
baby.
Hanny.
Clap it
Now,
out and just make it shine.
Who wants to go first?
Oh, sorry. What are we doing?
Predictions.
Oh, okay. I like to
Go first,
Okay.
JoJo. I went
Okay.
first last, or no, I
I
didn't.
don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Okay. It's going to
What
be a
is
good
happening?
one. All right.
Oh,
Level head,
Bowie.
level head.
Oh, Bowie.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a tough matchup for us. It is on the road. We are 0-2 against the Los Angeles Rams so far on the road since they've been in L.A. And they're coming off an embarrassing loss. And, man, was that shit embarrassing.
Yeah, for real.
And at the end of the day, Matthew Stafford is a veteran quarterback. And again, adjustments can be made. I thought the Commandies were going to try and make some adjustments, and boy, was I wrong.
Oh, boy.
There were no adjustments there. But
Horrible.
I think it's going to be a bit more of a struggle for Cooper Rush, and I'm honestly afraid that if the pass rush is able to consistently get there, then it's going to be tough for us offensively to move the ball up and down the field. So I am going to, for the first time since Dak has went down, predict a loss, as it pains me to say, and I hope wholeheartedly that I end up being wrong. But I think it is going to be 20-13 Rams. Please be wrong. Please be wrong.
Please be wrong.
Please be wrong.
Please be wrong. Mom?
But I think we're going to get our first loss since Dak went down.
I'm going 33-20.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think we're going to kick their ass.
You think we're going to score? You think we're going to
Spit
put
out
up
my-
33?
Yeah.
My white juice.
Yep.
I love it when she just throws
She
the
just,
fucking
Yeah.
her and
gauntlet
Joe,
down.
Bam!
Yeah, her and Joe just be like,
I said it, bitch.
30, 40.
Oh, Joe went a
Got it.
little lower
50.
this time.
I
He
can't wait to see what Joe said.
Joe said 27-21.
Okay, actually, I like that.
I like that
I like
because,
that.
yeah, I like
Yeah,
that
I like
a lot.
that. That'll be a little more fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with JoJo. However, I watched the Rams last week, and I mean, listen, let's not all say that it's because the Rams suck, because the San Francisco defense is just.
It's
I
not
haven't
great.
seen much like that in a while, if I'm being honest. So,
yeah.
however, in the 4 games that they've played, they have faced 2 really good defenses and 2 all right to not so great defenses. And both times they've faced a really good defense. Not only have they lost, but they have not put up a lot of numbers. In don't says, I think
Don't say.
I think that we have a top 5 defense. I believe in our defense. I have faith in our defense enough to say that they will hold the LA Rams to 13, and we will win by a mole hair 14-13.
Ooh, I like that score. That just made my jolts tingle. I don't know why I like
That's a
that
nail
score
biter.
so much.
That's a nail
It's a nail biter.
That is a down to the wire. Don't you squire.
White knuckled nail
It's gonna be a
biting.
battle.
Good old American
be on the
football.
edge
It's
of
going
our
to be a
seats.
battle. And
Are you predicting a fourth quarter drive to win the game for Cooper Rush?
that would be
Gonna march
fantastic.
that
Hail
team down the
Mary?
field.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I
Hail
would
Mary?
love that. Yeah,
I would
hope
like
that
to
happens.
watch
He
him
likes to throw those
methodically
long
pick
ones,
up
man.
first
He really
downs.
does.
Just go.
If somebody
Yeah.
could just catch it.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I would love for it to end that way.
Me too. Me too.
You know, it's not going to be an easy game at all. And one thing that I hate about LA is they play dirty as hell.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Dirty,
it can get testy.
dirty.
It can get
And it-
testy.
They do.
So what I want out of this game is I want my boys to stay level-headed. I want them to take the high road. I want them to not
get
take the
hurt.
bait.
Yeah.
Don't take the bait when these LA dirty Rams start to try to push them around and talk shit. And
You got the
you
juice
just keep your
now.
eye on the prize, Hanny, and you just do what you do. And I think it'll work out well for all of us.
I do too. I'm excited. Like I say, I want to be wrong.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong as well, but it wouldn't surprise me if you are right. You know, it's definitely going to be the most exciting game we've played so far.
Yeah,
I
thus
think.
far since that went down, I think so. I'm excited to see how it go. Joe, need money, mo. Are we gonna get that W or are we gonna stink? PU. I don't know, so we gonna see what you gonna do, Cowboys, and maybe we gonna play. Ain't no maybe.
My dad used to
325
say
on a
PU.
Sunday.
You.
Weed is awesome.
Bowie.
That was funny.
Well, I I hope we are able to sit here on this panel next week on another Victory Friday. But if not,
Are we doing Fridays now? Did I make that a thing?
I feel like Fridays maybe work a little better.
It kind of just fits better, guys.
It works better for me for sure.
It's
'cause I have a half
whatevs.
day.
Yeah.
It works.
Whatevs.
I have a half day, so yeah, way better.
On
So
Friday now.
let's make it Friday.
now.
You know,
Friday.
we'll always let you know on the Facebook page whenever we're going on. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, spread the word. We're moving to the U's of the tubes. So if you want to keep up, you know, you got to subscribe. You got to move
You
on
better
over to the
get on the
YouTube.
user tubes.
That's where it's at. So we will see you guys next Friday, hopefully on a Victory Friday. If not, we'll be here either way.
Help me, I'm high.
Love you guys. Go Cowboys.